Good evening, everyone. Romney Smith at WTOC for The News Now. This is where we bring you local, regional, and national stories that we're working on. But tonight is a little bit different because we've had some severe weather push through our area. So it's all weather focused tonight. If you want any of the other news stories that we did today, you can always go to our website, WTOC.com. By the way, we're streaming on multiple platforms right now. That includes our website, WTOC.com, the WTOC apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, Facebook, lots of different areas to reach us. So we thank you for giving us just a few minutes of your evening as we review kind of the big weather system that impacted us today. Speaking of the weather, there have been reports of power outages, disabled traffic lights, downed trees, and other storm-related damage. So we continue to follow this. And what the big thing to know is the National Weather Service said an unofficial tornado, unofficial, keyword, formed near Highway 80 on the coastal barrier island. So I want to give you a little video to look at. This is the original video of the suspected tornado that came into WTOC. Again, this is off of Highway 80. You can clearly see the funnel cloud going down, basically almost reaching the ground. But again, I know a lot of people on Facebook are saying it's confirmed, it's confirmed. The only person and entity that can confirm it is the National Weather Service. And right now they're saying it's a suspected tornado. They're going to go out and check it out later. And that's when they will be able to confirm if it's an EF0 or potentially an EF1 tornado. But this is the original video that came into WTOC, just so you kind of know what we're looking at and why so many people were on social media saying that there was in fact a tornado. Again, we're not scientists, but the National Weather Service says this is what they will be evaluating to see if it was in fact an EF0 tornado. Also, we have some drone video for you showing multiple storm systems and damage actually. So check this out. Look closely. You can actually see Marsh Point Elementary School that we're going to come up on. Right now you're looking at a bunch of houses that have some damage to the roofs. A little bit later on, there's actually a dock that we see that has some kind of damage to it. So right now, most of these roofs that we're looking at look okay right now, but the reason we went to this particular area is because this is where we were receiving calls to the newsroom from. This is where we were receiving reports that there was damage in the area. Certainly, we saw a lot of heavy rain going on throughout this entire area. And so I want to point out toward the upper right-hand side of the screen right there, yeah, there's some damage right there. Okay, we're kind of flying over it right now. So as you can tell, there is a lot of damage. If you particularly, I have to say this, are in an area that has damage, okay, you see that roof right there? We could just cut to another scene. There's clearly a pool right there. They are having some roof issues right now. Part of their roof came off. Looks like the back of the house also sustained some damage. So again, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this with you. Bear with me, live TV. This is how it happens sometimes. But again, we appreciate our drone operator taking this video for us and letting us see kind of what happened out there. All right, I do want to get to some other stories because we do have team coverage right now. WTOC's Sean Evans kicks off our team coverage, giving us a look at some of the damage at Whitmarsh.
Hey everyone, Sean Evans reporting on Whitmarsh Island right now, following up with people cleaning up debris following this afternoon's strong storms. You see this tree cutting service here behind me, Harrington. Well, it just so happens the owner and operator of this service, his parents live right here. So his services came in really handy for family members getting heavy trees off the back of the home. You can see a lot of the damage right there to this back room. Thankfully, we're not hearing about any injuries at this point in any of the other areas that we went around to so far this afternoon. But again, debris cleanup is key right now. Restoration of services as well. Power still out in some areas, especially in the islands communities right now. So crews are still out working on getting those back up and running for people out here, not only in Whitmarsh, but also Wilmington, some areas all around Chatham County right now. SEMA is here right now, Chatham Emergency Management Agency, along with county representatives, the American Red Cross, checking in with people who may need services still or may need help recovering from these storms. Again, this will be an ongoing effort for some time. We anticipate especially getting chunks of trees like that out of backyards and off of homes. Reporting on Whitmarsh Island, Sean Evans, WTOC News.
All right, I have some questions on Facebook that I want to get to right now. Someone asking, where is this happening? So the suspected tornado, it's not official yet per the National Weather Service, was near Highway 80 on the coastal barrier island. So want to make sure that everyone's in the clear what we're talking about. Where you just saw Sean, he was on Whitmarsh Islands. Again, we're talking about the Savannah, Georgia area for those of you who might be watching from out of town. Let's see, and thank you so much. I saw someone chime in on Facebook, Sasha Nicole Pham, saying Whitmarsh. Thank you so much for knowing exactly where we are and what we're talking about. I also have a comment of someone saying, my mother's out there giving out free pizzas to the people. Bless her. I'm sure they greatly appreciate that. And I think there are some people also giving out water. So that is certainly needed. These guys are going to be working very hard all through the night to get trees off of roofs, to bring in lights to light up the area. That way they can continue to work through the evening. So that's appreciated as well. I got to answer a question. Tony Templeton saying, geez, no closed captioning. No, the reason why is because that's only FCC mandated when it's on TV. Because this is a digital newscast, we're not required to have closed captioning. However, if you have a specific question to a story, please feel free to ask it. I'll do my best to answer your question, or I can always get you a link to a particular story. All right, we're going to continue our team coverage right now with Coastal Middle School, where Danielle Lewan is, and she's seen quite a bit of damage there. Let's go to her.
We have team coverage covering the storm damage out here, especially in the islands. I'm at the Coastal Middle School right now, and a lot of the storm damage I'm seeing are these downed trees. Take a look with me. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, come walk with me as we look at this damage. These are not small trees, guys. These are pretty big trees. Down that way, some teachers were here as they're getting ready for students to return next Thursday. Some of these trees actually smashing their car windows. Thank goodness that nobody was injured in this, but again, school systems are not back quite yet, so not a lot of folks on campus. We are very grateful for that. As we get closer to this last tree, I want to show you the size of it, because again, this damage is pretty tremendous. On the other side of us here is a church. Some of these schools have had their entire roofs blown off. Come over here and walk with me as I stand next to this tree. I'm going to get my photographer to show you how big these roots are. Just look at me standing next to this, guys. These trees coming down all throughout the area. It's not safe, and also as we had wind, other rain, some of the roots here are not stable, so law enforcement is out patrolling the area, making sure that nobody else comes into this area. So we ask you to stay clear and just stay home tonight. We're also looking into, again, kids returning to these schools next Thursday. We're catching up with the superintendent, Dr. Ann Levette, to find out more information about kids getting back in these schools. Many of them are damaged. Like I said, roofs blown off of them. We'll, of course, bring that information straight to you as soon as we get it. For now, reporting at Coastal Middle School, Danielle Lewan, WTOC News.
All right, I have a question on Facebook. Jennifer Goth asking, when will power be restored? I don't have a concrete time, but I can tell you that there are multiple line crews and linemen out there working right now to make sure power is restored. We have seen over the past 3 hours the massive power outages being reduced and reduced, so more and more customers are getting their power back on. So we just ask for your patience as you are waiting for your power to be restored at this time. Sally Newland asking us right now, what address is the home that was damaged? We can't give out specific addresses right now. We also have shown a couple of different homes at this time. So I don't know which home you're specifically referring to, so that's why I can't really answer that specific question right now. All right, meteorologist Jamie Ertl is in the First Alert Storm Tracker, and she's actually been out on Whitmarsh tweeting pictures. I want to go to my Twitter account right now because this is her Twitter account, excuse me. That way you can see some of the pictures. So this is Georgia Power. Literally, we were just talking about bringing power back on Whitmarsh Island, trying to make sure everyone has their power. This is another video that she tweeted out about a smaller tree. It's not terribly huge, but again, it did fall on a roof and cause some damage, and so you see people there trying to trim that tree down so they can remove it from that rooftop. This happened about an hour ago, so again, you've got people working hard right now to restore power in the area, and neighbors helping neighbors, as well as tree trimming crews to make sure that the trees are off of homes. This is actually a smaller tree. We've actually seen really large ones throughout the newscast that we had on air earlier. Again, look at this one. Cautious on Highway 80. Again, that's where we know there were damage reports of this suspected tornado. Lights out in that area. We also have seen live reports with our reporters out there saying that there are downed power lines. So if you're in this area, please be careful. All right, so big story of the day, of course, weather. To give you more details at 9 o'clock, that's when we will have our digital weather update. Our chief meteorologist, Dave Turley, will have more on that. But the big thing for you is to have our weather app. I want to show you exactly how to download it. Go to our website, WTOC.com, hover over that little home icon right there. Click on, it looks like all the apps, click on that, and that will take you to our landing page, and there you can literally click on the buttons for if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android. It's not loading, gotta love technology, but that's where it is. There we go, now it pops up. You can get it on iTunes, get it on Google Play. It is free, because I know no one likes to pay for an app. It's free, and guys, we provide you with this information every day. You can get live radar on there. You can also look at the hour-by-hour forecast. In addition, our meteorologists put up videos on there probably probably 2 to 4 times a day, just to make sure you're always in the loop of exactly what's going on. That way, in situations like this, if your power goes out and you can't watch TV, you can always get us on the app. That's kind of the next best thing to do, especially if you don't have a NOAA weather radio. I know we always tell you guys to get it. I'm guilty. I don't have one. I don't even know how much they cost. But you know what? I do have our app so that I'm always connected to what's going on, because these things can just pop up. You know, we try to give you advanced warnings for when the conditions are right for something like a tornado to form, but we can't pinpoint exactly when they do, because that's just the beauty of Mother Nature. I want to let you guys know that we have severe weather team coverage coming up for you tonight at 11 p.m. on WTOC with Danielle, Jamie, Meredith, and Crystal. So we have extra crews in tonight to make sure that you guys are fully in the loop of the power outages, what happened weather-wise, the damage. I want to also highlight that there is an area where Meredith Parker was, the, what was that called, right? The Coastal Wildlife Center? Oatland, the Oatland Island, thank you. The Oatland Island Wildlife Center. There were 25 people inside. That includes 10 children who were trapped. Now, they're not in any danger right now, but what happened was there were so many trees that were down that they were trapped inside. So right now there are a lot of officials working to remove those trees to get the adults and children out. Again, 15 adults, 10 children in that particular area. So we will have an update from Meredith Parker on that. Danielle Lewan is looking at schools. Again, I know that we talked about a middle and a high school in the Chatham County school system that did have some direct damage. We're also working to find out if you have a child that goes to that school. We know school's supposed to start next week, but because of the roof damage, we're working to find out if the repairs will be able to be done in time. Again, we've got a lot going on right now, a full team of reporters working to make sure you have all of the relevant information. Again, download the WTOC weather app. That is really good. I want to get back to Facebook really quick. Sally Newland saying, thanks for great coverage. Thank you, Romney Smith and WTOC. It's not just me. We got a whole team of people here, producers, digital, directors. I mean, everyone's here. So thank you so much for depending on WTOC for your complete weather coverage. This is why we're in this. We absolutely love giving you the latest up-to-date information. And thank you again for correcting me. Yes, the Oatland Wildlife Center. Pardon me. All right. Tanya Armstrong sending out prayers to those who are affected. We certainly appreciate that. I don't see any more weather questioned right now. One, Asian Agbas asking about tomorrow's forecast and more rain. Dave Turley will be here at 9 o'clock with the very latest information. I'm not going to guess because I am not a meteorologist. I'm an anchor and investigative reporter, but he will be there. But if you go to our website, I can tell you this. I know we're still in our summer weather pattern, so it will be hot with a strong chance of rain. Because of today's, I would expect that it will happen again. Not the suspected tornado part, but perhaps the rain part. But for more details, I'm going to leave that to the professionals who do weather full time, because they're pretty much scientists. All right, that's all I have for you right now. Thank you, Nancy Terry, for watching. We certainly appreciate you guys. I'm going to leave it there right now. Again, another digital update will come at 9 p.m. focusing all on weather. And then the news tonight at 11 with Wright Gasway will have 4 live reporters in the area to give you full, complete coverage. Thank you guys so much for watching. We certainly appreciate it. And you can always reach us online at WTOC.com, as well as our social media pages. That's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Go be our friend. Stay in the loop. And while you're at it, be my friend too. I want to connect with you. All right. Have a good night, guys.